Hi, my name is Augustine Jimenez, and I go to school at Boston University, and I interned here in the month of May 2018.
Hi, my name is Mohammed, and I am an intern with Congressman Johnson's office. I've been working since the start of June, so about 2 months now. So I'm actually a constituent of this district, and I've been living here my entire life. And I've seen the good work of what Congressman Johnson's done in the past, because he's actually visited my high school before. So he's definitely made that step to engage with the community, and I thought that I could learn a lot from that, from somebody who cares so much about the people that live here.
I think that getting an internship program was important to me because I wanted to translate what I was learning in the classroom to actually engaging with constituents and being able to solve day-to-day problems and being able to communicate with people effectively. I think that there's a lot of important information that I learned in class that I think I wanted to put into practice, and that I wanted to learn more about how day-to-day government functions.
I'm Kiara Harding. I live in Tucker at the edge of Burnett, at the edge of the district, and I go to Stanford.
I'm David. I live in Decatur, so it's kind of closer to the office, and I go to GSU.
My name is Antoine Mona. I live in Stockbridge, and I go to Georgia State University.
My name is Robert. I live in Conyers, and I go to school at Grace University in Michigan.
My name is Wazir Hussain. I'm from Tucker, Georgia, and I went to the University of Georgia.
The intern liaison, so she's responsible along with Maria Fernando Gutierrez. Why intern? Why intern, period?
Well, for me, personally, I started out back when Trayvon Martin got killed and got more involved in social issues in the community. And as more and more incidents began to happen, I asked myself, what can I do to change things in a positive way? And throughout the protest, we see a lot of people came out and they talked to us about laws. Instead of going out being an agitator, try to be a change maker. And that's why I decided to intern for a congressman.
I first had the idea of applying because I really wanted to not just do an internship for some far-off congressman or congresswoman. I wanted to get a local public leader's perspective on the current issues that we have in our country. And also I felt that the congressman's priorities and stances aligned with my own views about the current state of our country as well.
So as you all know, my degree and what I'm pursuing is art. So I look up to artists like Kendrick Lamar, I guess even Da Vinci, even though he's kind of out of our time. So one thing I can do as an artist to make change is to build connections and actually get involved. And so this internship offered me a platform to do that.
As a here, what impact do you feel like you guys, this internship program has made in the office, or with you guys being involved in it?
I just feel tremendously blessed that we have had awesome interns here, and I've learned from them. They're so smart, and just to see how they want to be engaged and how they've been so grateful to have the opportunity to go on some of the events, and even how they said that they've learned from listening to the phone calls and how they had no idea what we really did here in the office. And even though you would think that answering telephones is who would want to answer the phone, but it has actually been a way of them learning what we really do here. So they've had an impact on us, and I certainly hope that we've had one on them.
He said it's been great because, thankfully we've never had to say, oh, we don't have any interns to choose from or any pool of applicants. No, it's actually the opposite. We've had to say, oh my God, there's so many wonderful interns. Let's see how we can make sure that we can fit make sure that their schedule matches with ours, and that we want to make sure that it's not only good for us, and of course that the calls get answered, but that also you guys are learning. And for example, David went out a lot into the district even if he didn't have as much time within the office, and the weekends he was able to get a lot of interaction with Zoran, with the tech, Georgia Tech, STEM, and also the art competition, being part of it.
And on the point of learning, what's some of the things you guys feel as though you've learned that you didn't know coming in?
I didn't know much about how congressional office functions coming in, so I didn't really have very many expectations for like what I would be doing. But when I got here, I learned a lot about like, particularly by answering phones, like who's in the district, what kind of issues they're concerned about, how something that happens on the news can affect the calls we get that day. And because a lot of people call and they're like, they don't know how to deal with these government agencies, and I think it's important that we can help, like that the Congressman's office can help them deal with that. And so it's much closer to the community than I had initially imagined.
First of all, thank you all for interning in the office. It adds a lot of value to what we do when we have young people who come in volunteering their time and taking over certain functions in the office that free the other staffers up to do other things that are more directly constituent service oriented. When you all come in, it helps us out. Everybody knows that the government has been, the federal government has been on a downsizing craze for decades, and that shows up in congressional offices.
I thought that was really cool just because a lot of those people, they're from my high school. I think I saw one from Parkview, a really cool photograph. It was like of a street corner of when people are just walking around, like no one really noticed the picture before. And it's just cool to think about like people from my area and like from my high school and people that I know, they have these really cool talents and these really cool hobbies, but you don't really get to see it on a day-to-day basis. But going down to the art museum and seeing these kinds of works put out there and to see these people's talents recognized, I thought that was pretty cool.
I also got a couple of my art pieces within the museum, so exposure for me, more learning for me, also helped the community too, so it was a great experience.
And how like every professional staff member plays a role in the greater mission, something that I wasn't exposed to before. I didn't understand the level of work that's needed in a congressional office. And just talking about economic policy with the congressman, understanding how our system of economics plays a role in shaping constituent concerns, and just learning about that. And these are aspects that I never really took into consideration when I formed my own biases as I was growing up and taking political science classes, but understanding how it actually affects people was definitely an enriching experience.
When I applied to work in this office, I really had no idea what people in the Congressional office did. So getting here and just learning all the multifaceted ways that congressman or woman works is really enlightening. Like everybody else was saying earlier, the VA, military, all this stuff, Social Security, immigration. We all do it through this office, and everybody, there's just a lot going on here. And people don't seem to realize that when they think of Congress. They think of, oh, they're not doing anything up there. But some of the hardest working people I know work in Congress, in congressional offices. So that's one thing that I really learned working here.
I appreciate you all lending your efforts to helping us take care of our responsibilities to those 750, 760,000 people. For opportunities for internships are just a great benefit of congressional office. There's a lot of activity that goes on in the district office. We're able to enable young people to come in and see what is happening, and perhaps they may decide that they want to be of service in a policy making or constituent service. So I appreciate you all lending your efforts to helping us take care of our responsibilities to those 750, 760,000 people.
Well, I'm gonna close by just first saying thank you, for being here, giving all of us the opportunity to be where we are. I wouldn't be here, they wouldn't be here, and they wouldn't be here if you weren't here. So we thank you for that. Thank you for being so inclined to engage and keep everyone engaged, keep everyone lifted, and it starts at the top. You know, so as we're reading those emails and you corresponding with us about the things we're doing here, let's just know that you appreciate us. Thank you guys for your time, your energy, your promptness, your efficiency, being intuitive. I mean, just everything that you guys bring to the table. And thank you guys on the end for your resourcefulness, your meetings, and you know, perusing through all of those applications to get those individuals that we have here today. And this officially ends our first intern intake, and we look forward to doing this again. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. And thank all of you once again. And thank staff.